we have seen that the cement is manufactured by using various raw materials and by using certain procedure. Understand or no? So the fine it means the quality of cement will depend upon the various parameters of cement, like it should contain proper setting time, the cement should contain proper soundness, the cement should contain proper fineness. Understand or no? And also it should contain its it means the quality of cement will depend upon its setting time, soundness, and also it depends upon the cement's fineness or consistency. Understand or not? And also the quality and also the demand of the demand to cement is depends upon how it is easy to work with that cement and how the cement can be molded into different shapes at a particular quantity of water is added to it. Understand or not? So these are all the required qualities or the required properties to cement. So the cement manufacturer should reach all these qualities. It means all these demands of cement. Understand or not? So the Portland cement is the most commonly used cement for construction purpose. We know that, and the additives used in cement are broadly classified into two types. First one is the process additive, and next one is the functional additive. Process additives are added to the process of cement manufacturing. It means to the raw materials, or during the process we will add some additives to the process. Those understand or not? So if those additives are added to give quality, it means required quality to the product or product called cement, those additives are called as process additives. If we add additives to cement to give required end properties, those additives are called as functional additives. Understand or not? So it means if we add those additives to give proper setting time, proper soundness, proper fineness to the cement, it means for the quality of cement, those additives are called as process additives, and the end properties of cement, it means to give proper end properties of cement, those additives are called as functional additives. Understand or not? So the end properties of cement means workability of cement, workability of concrete, durability of structure, and resistance against chemical attack. So all those things come under end properties of cement. Understand or not? So cement is that much important in a concrete and also in a structure. There are number of factors that define good cement. It means does it set within the time desired, or is it easy to shape and work with, and also does it dry without cracking or shrinking. Understand or not? So the quality of cement or the main requirements to cement are its setting time. It means it should set within the required time, and also it should dry without cracking or without shrinking. So these are all the important qualities and also important requirements to cement. And each and every individual cement plant has different characteristics of locally available raw materials and also availability of clinker replacements and varying conditions during the cement grinding process. So it means different conditions can impact the manufacturing process of cement, but the ultimate goal of cement manufacturing plant is to obtain the required quality cement. Understand or no? So if we use certain compounds to add or to give required qualities to cement, those are called as process additives. And if we add certain compounds to cement while it is manufacturing or after it manufactured to give end properties to cement, those additives are called as those compounds are called as functional additives. The additives whatever we added will give different properties to cement. So based on those properties or based on those characteristics or based on those additives, cement will get different properties, and also cement will get different kinds of behaviors. So based on all these things, this cement have been classified into number of it means number of types. Okay now, so here in this session especially we discuss about four basic types of cement. First one is ordinary Portland cement, OPC, and next one is rapid hardening cement, RHC, and next one is Portland slag cement, PSC, and next one is Portland pozzolanic cement, PPC. So in this session we will discuss about these four types of cements. Basically, these cements have been classified into two types: Portland cements and non-Portland cements. And so we will discuss in this session about these four types of Portland cements. And under non-Portland cements, different kinds of cements are there. So based on their chemical parameters and based on their chemical composition of cement, the cements have been classified into Portland cements and non-Portland cement. In this session especially we discuss about these four types of Portland cements. First one is ordinary Portland cement, and next one is the rapid hardening cement, and next one is the Portland slag cement, and next one is the Portland pozzolana cement. So we have been discussed that to determine the quality of cement, we need to measure its different parameters like setting time, soundness, fineness, consistency, and also its particle size, and also its chemical composition. So like that. So if whatever the cement we will manufacture in cement plant, it means like addition of raw materials and heating it in a kiln, and after that we will get a clinker, and after that we will add some quantity of gypsum to the powdered clinker. So that cement is called as ordinary Portland cement. Understand or not? So the ordinary cement is called as ordinary Portland cement, and next one is the rapid hardening cement. It means the strength attainment of ordinary Portland cement is depends of will decides the compressive strength of the cement. Understand or not? So the strength attainment of ordinary Portland cement, sometimes it may be somewhat it may be speedy. Understand? If the ordinary Portland cement gains strength with speed, it means with some speed, it means more than ordinary Portland cement, that is called as rapid hardening cement. Understand or not? And to the ordinary Portland cement, while it is manufacturing, if we will add slag to it, it is called as Portland slag cement. And also to the ordinary Portland cement, while it is manufacturing, if we add pozzolana to it, it is called as Portland pozzolana cement. So we will discuss about these four basic types of cement in this session. First one is ordinary Portland cement, rapid hardening cement, Portland slag cement, Portland pozzolana cement. Let me discuss ordinary Portland cement. This is the most important type of cement. Okay now. So by far it is the most important cement, and the ordinary Portland cement has been classified into three grades. First one is OPC 33 grade, OPC 43 grade, and OPC 53 grade. And the details of OPC 33 grade, it means how to manufacture it and where to use it, how to use it, when to use it, all those things have been given in a code book IS 269-2013. IS is nothing but Indian standard. It means Bureau of Indian Standards. It is a institute located at New Delhi, which will provide guidelines to different kinds of cements, how to use it, where to use it, when to use it, and how to manufacture it. Understand? So by using the guidelines provided in this code book, it is a code book called as IS 269-2013. It means in the year of 2013 it has been this code book has been made. So that's why the year has been given IS 269-2013. In that code book we will have all details about ordinary Portland cement 33 grade. Understand or not? So and 33 grade is nothing but if the compressive strength of cement at 28 days is above 33 Newton per mm square, so then that cement is called as 33 grade cement. It means if we made a cube with cement and we will measure its compressive strength after 28 days. Understand or no? So the 28 days compressive strength of a cement is about 33 Newton per meter square, means it is called as ordinary Portland cement of 33 grade. And also if the compressive strength, it means the 28 days compressive strength of cement is above 43 Newton per mm square, so then that cement is called as OPC 43 grade. Understand? And its details has been given in a textbook, given in a code book IS 8112-2013. Understand? No? So in the same way, if the 28 days compressive strength of a cement is above 53 Newton per mm square, so then that cement is called as a 53 grade cement, and its details have been given in IS 12269-1987. So these are the three basic types of ordinary Portland cements. And one more thing we have to remember that ordinary Portland cement 33 grade, 43 grade, 53 grade also there, and also two more different grades are that they are 43S and 53S. It means the concrete which is used for general structures is called as 43 grade or 53 grade, and also the concrete with 43 Newton mm square of 28 days strength, it contains it means the compressive strength of the ordinary Portland cement is above 43 Newton per mm square, and if it is needed to use for railway sleepers, so then the grade of concrete is 43S, and if we need to use the concrete for making railway sleepers with 53 Newton per mm square strength, so then we need to add some special additives to it. Understand? And so in that case, it means if the 53 grade cement is needed to use it to sleepers, so then in that case we need to add some special additives to it. So in that case, that 53 grade OPC is called as 53S OPC. It means OPC 43S or OPC 53S. So these are all the grades of cement used for manufacturing the railway sleepers. Okay now, so this is about ordinary Portland cement. And one more thing we need to remember that OPC of 33, 43 and 53 grade is manufactured by mixing calcareous, argillaceous, silica, alumina or iron oxide bearing materials. It means the variation in strength is achieved by adjusting proportion of major constituent compound and the fineness in grinding. It means the different grades of ordinary Portland cement. It means we know that for manufacturing a ordinary cement we will use materials called limestone, and next one is the clay. So limestone is called as a argillaceous material and clay is called as a limestone is a calcareous material, clay is a argillaceous material. Understand or no? So by making different proportions of calcareous and argillaceous materials like limestone and clay, and also by using some additives, and also by making some adjustments within the process, we can get different types of ordinary Portland cements. Understand or no? So the basic properties of ordinary Portland cement are considered as a quality parameters of a cement. Next one is rapid hardening cement. So the another name of rapid hardening cement is early strength cement. It is a type of ordinary Portland cement, but compared to ordinary Portland cement, whatever the strength ordinary Portland cement will get within 7 days, that much of strength will get within 3 days. It means whatever the strength ordinary Portland cement will get in 7 days, that much of strength will be the rapid hardening cement will get within 3 days. Understand or no? So that's why this cement is called as higher early strength cement or rapid hardening cement. Understand or no? So and about this rapid hardening cement, we need to remember that it means the first of all the rapid hardening cement, it is similar to ordinary Portland cement, but it develops strength rapidly, and such as it may be more appropriate to It means to call it as a high early strength cement. Understand or no? So, and one more thing you need to remember that rapid hardening cement develops at the age of 3 days the same strength as that is expected of ordinary Portland cement at 7 days. Understand or no? So, the rapid rate of development of strength is attributed to the higher fineness of grinding and higher C3S and lower C2S content. It means we consider the composition of rapid hardening cement. It contains higher concentration of C3S and a lower concentration of C2S. It means C3S means tricalcium silicate. C2S means dicalcium silicate. Understand or no? So, and one more thing we need to remember that it contains higher fineness. It means the cement contains higher. It means the cement particles contains higher fineness and it contains higher concentration of C3S and lower concentration of C2S. You can see here, high. It means the higher concentration. Sorry, the higher fineness will give more surface for reaction with water. It means whenever the cement in concrete reacts with water, then only the concrete gets strength. Understand? No? So it means the cement will undergo some chemical reactions with water. Understand? No? So those chemical reactions are called as hydration, cement hydration. It means the chemical reactions between cement and water within concrete are called as cement hydration. Understand? No? Okay, now so due to higher fineness, there is a large scope for the reaction between water and cement. So due to the large number of reactions between water and cement, the rapid hardening cement contains higher quantity of cement hydration or higher quantity of rate of hydration. Understand or no? So this higher fineness will cause higher rate of sorry it causes higher rate of hydration. So due to this, it will produce a large quantity of heat, or it will produce large amount of heat. And next one is the higher concentration of C3S. C3S in cement, it is responsible for quicker hydration. Sorry, C3S will give strength within 14 days. Understand or no? C3S will give strength to concrete up to 14 days, and C2S will give strength to concrete after 7 days. Understand or no? So it contains higher concentration of C3S. So it contains immediately it will get strength, and also after 7 days it will get strength. So it means so due to this it is called as rapid hardening cement. It means from the beginning up to 14 days it will get a large amount of strength because it contains C3S, and also it contains lower concentration of C2S. It means it will not give any strength up to 7 days, but it is lower here. So that's why it means immediately in this the strength will be developed up to 14 days. So that's why it is called as rapid hardening cement. It means if the concentration of C3S and C2S both are equal, in that case that cement is called as ordinary Portland cement. And if the concentration of C2S is higher and C3S is lower, in that case that cement is called as what is the third type of cement? Portland slag cement. Understand or no? Okay, we will discuss now. So this is about rapid hardening cement. Rapid hardening cement contains rapid hardening cement, also called as early strength cement. Whatever the strength it will get within 3 days, that much of strength ordinary Portland cement will get within 7 days. So that's why this is called as early strength cement or rapid hardening cement. And one more thing we need to consider is the parameters of rapid hardening cement. The rapid hardening cement contains higher fineness and higher concentration of C3S and lower concentration of C2S. So due to this composition, it is attaining strength very in speed, very speed rate. Understand or not? So that's why, and also due to higher fineness, it means the heat of hydration or rate of hydration, it means the chemical reaction between water and cement will be at high rate. So due to this, it produces a large amount of heat. So that's why this cement is not suitable for the mass constructions. Rapid hardening cement gives out much greater heat of hydration during the early period. Therefore, rapid hardening cement should not be used for in mass structures. Okay, na? And the advantages of rapid hardening cement. Coming to the advantages of rapid hardening cement, it includes, it contains whatever the properties contains ordinary Portland cement. Those properties also applicable to rapid hardening cement, and wherever we will use ordinary Portland cement, in all those cases we can use rapid hardening cement except mass constructions. Understand or no? So because it contains high rate of chemical reactions. And one more thing, its durability, workability, versatility, speed and age of use all are same as ordinary Portland cement, and it offers resistance against sulfate attack. It means it offers resistance against sulfate attack. And rapid hydration is useful for the placement of concrete in cold weather. So this is about rapid hardening cement. Next one is the Portland slag cement. Portland slag cement is a type of cement which is manufactured by adding slag to it. It means after getting a clinker while manufacturing the cement, we will add gypsum to it. Understand or not? So along with gypsum, if we add slag also to the clinker, so then the final product of cement is called as Portland slag cement. Portland slag cement. So where slag is also called as blast furnace slag. So it is the waste material coming out from iron ore process or from the iron manufacturing process. It means if we use it means if we produce electricity by using coal, it means we will burn coal, so then the wastage is called as ash. And also if we smelt iron ores to get iron, so that the waste produced is called as slag. Okay, now so if we manufacture cement by using clinker, gypsum and slag, so then that cement is called as Portland cement, sorry, Portland slag cement. And it means it contains low heat of hydration. You can see that. Okay, I will explain you that. Portland slag cement is obtained by mixing cement, clinker, gypsum along with slag. This slag is also called as GGBS. It means ground granulated blast furnace slag. Understand? So based upon this process, this cement have different names worldwide. It means different countries call this cement as with different names. In some countries it is called as Portland slag cement, and in some countries it is called as a GGBS cement, and it means it is called as GGBS cement in some countries, and in some countries it is called as blast furnace slag cement. And in some countries it is called as geopolymer cement. So like that. So in different countries it have different names. So this type of cement is manufactured by adding slag along with gypsum to the clinker. We can get this Portland slag cement. And one more thing we have to remember that combinedly we can grind clinker, gypsum and slag, and then we will get a product called Portland slag cement. And also individually we can grind clinker. After that we can grind gypsum separately, we can grind slag separately. After grinding these three, clinker, gypsum and slag separately, after grinding those powders also we can mix them so then the end product is called as a Portland cement. It means either we can grind them combinedly and then we will get a powder called as Portland slag cement, or we can grind them separately and at the end those powders we can mix together and then the final end product is called as a Portland slag cement. Okay now, so next one is the, it means this is the parameter of the Portland slag cement. It contains low heat of hydration. It means where rapid hardening cement contains high rate of hydration, and also but here Portland slag cement contains low heat of hydration. Understand or no? So it means the mixture of grinding is called as a Portland slag cement. It may also be manufactured by separately grinding and then we mix them together. Understand or no? So in addition to this, it contains low heat of hydration and also it will give better resistance against chlorides, sulfates, alkaline metals, and acidic water. It means whenever the concrete structure made with this Portland slag cement, that structure can give better resistance to chlorides, better resistance to sulfates, and also better resistance to alkaline metals and better resistance to acidic water. Understand or no? So this is the advantage of this Portland slag cement. And also one more advantage there is there, it contains low heat of hydration. So if the whatever the cement contains high heat of hydration, it should not be used for mass construction. But if the cement contains low heat of hydration, it can be used for mass construction. It can be used for mass constructions. Understand or not? So next one is the, it is similar to ordinary Portland cement in all basic quality parameters of cement like setting time, soundness, and fineness. Understand or no? So in all these parameters,